Hey everyone, it's Kevin Jones with Life, Mind, and Money. While the world is sorting itself out and we're all stuck in our homes, I really want to dive into investing and give you some ideas about how you can grow and really build your future. Investing for beginners is not always easy, but it doesn't always necessarily need a bunch of cash in hand as well. So I'm going to dive into what I believe are my top 5 ideas for you to think about investing for yourself and really build on your future. So let's dive in. If you haven't already done so, please hit the subscribe button, as I appreciate your support in growing this channel and providing financial education as we get through these times. So let's dive into the first idea, and number 1 is the stock market. Kind of seems to make sense, doesn't it? But if we really dive into what the stock market is doing, yes, we're in some troubling times, and the stock market dropped 30 to 35% from its highs. But over the last week, news has been getting better, and while we still don't know exactly when the bottom will be, the stock market has been slowly climbing up, as you can see on the screen. Now, we're not all the way to the record highs that we were literally a month ago, but the market is performing well, and regardless of the fact, investing in the stock market might be a better opportunity now than ever before because we are off those highs, and that means a discount to you. Now, investing in the stock market doesn't need to be complicated. When we're talking about stocks and mutual funds and ETFs and everything else that makes up the marketplace, now might be a great time to actually learn about these topics and then find yourself, if you have some cash, to actually start investing wisely in it and just start small. If you look back on my video up above, we talk about the basics of investing and the stock market, which you may want to check out. Now, when it comes to actually initial investments, like I said, keep it small and keep it simple. We always refer back to the S&P 500. It's one of my favorites. And there's things called index funds, which really takes a whole overall assessment of the market and then tracks it in that fund. You may want to start with this and really go all the way down to as simple of a ticker called VOO. It's Vanguard's S&P 500 tracker, and that might be the best way for you to enter the market because you have a broad diversity within its fund. I would also research really high earning mutual funds that have a long track history. Yes, there are mutual funds out there that have earned 10% year over year on average. There's plentiful out there. You just got to go find them. Also, you may want to start getting into dividend investing. There's plenty of great corporations out there who have been around for years and years and years who keep paying dividends year over year and keep raising them up. Great ones out there like McDonald's or Coca-Cola, brands that we're all familiar with. I recently just started investing in dividends because I knew that stocks were down, and I thought this would be a greater opportunity than ever to get involved. So it's just another way for me to build wealth in my investments over time, and that's something that you may want to consider as well. If you need a place to actually get started investing in stocks and mutual funds or ETFs, you may want to check out Webull. That's a site that I use currently to get involved in dividend investing and buying individual stocks, as you see on the screen. So what I will do is I'll leave a link below where you can actually click to get onto Webull, and if you invest $100 into there upon sign up, you will get a free stock between $1,200 and $1,400. Who wouldn't want a free stock? So if you're going to get involved, this might be a great avenue for you. So whether you're investing in a retirement plan, a company plan, or even just simply a brokerage plan, it doesn't matter. Investing in the stock market can really build you wealth. And now that we're off our highs and stocks are a bit cheaper right now, and investing over time, like we talked about dollar cost averaging, now might be a great idea for you to start investing in yourself and really building that financial future. So my second idea for investing for yourself and your family is real estate. Now, real estate is an interesting one because have you really considered what the financial impacts it can do for you? And I'm talking on the growth side. it is without a doubt that more people have become millionaires through real estate than any other source. No, it's not the stock market like everybody might believe. Real estate is the key thing here that has made more millionaires than anything else in this country. Now, real estate can be scary, especially with everything that's involved and, more importantly, the capital that might be necessary to actually get in. And that means physical capital, meaning money. Especially in the times we're in, where we've got companies now literally indicating that they're not even going to give mortgages out anymore unless you have a credit score of 700 or a down payment of 20% or more. So that means we have stringent guidelines, and that will make it harder for consumers to get in the door. If you're looking to know a little bit more about the home buying process, I would encourage you to check out my video above, as we talked about how to start getting a mortgage and what's involved throughout the process, so that you're more apt to know what's going on if you were looking to buy a home yourself. With the market really uncertain in these times, and certain markets doing better than others, I know that where I live, the market is still going strong and people are still buying homes, which is a great sign to see. But you may actually end up finding some deals if you're patient enough for opportunity to come around your corner. So if you're prepared with some cash, now might be a greater time to get into real estate investing and either buy your primary home or maybe get a rental home and start building that portfolio. I'm actually in the process of buying my first rental home. While it still hasn't gone through yet, I saw a deal and I went after it because I want to diversify my assets in terms of my growth ability. So as more details come about that, I want to document about my first home buying purchase of a rental so that you guys can understand the process down the road. If getting into real estate, buying your first home, or looking to buy a rental sounds a little intimidating, there's certainly a lot involved in the process, and a lot of capital is involved as well. You may want to look at a secondary option, and that is real estate crowdfunding. Now you're probably saying, what in the world is that? But what it is that people piling their money together that is then invested into commercial real estate and residential real estate projects across the country. I just recently got involved in this and put a little bit of money towards a company called Fundrise. And what they're doing is that they're looking at various projects around the country and then investing this pot of money from many different people towards these projects so that they get completed, and then the investors, us, are making a decent return on our money. Fundrise has been around for at least 6 years now, and on average, people have been getting near double-digit returns. I don't know about you, but getting 10% or more on my money is a really good investment. And maybe this is a better way of going about it than actually physically diving into getting a home itself. So if you're looking for an alternative getting into real estate, I'll leave a link below to Fundrise, as you may want to explore that as a different option. Now just remember, real estate investing is what makes more millionaires than anything in this country. And so if you're looking to make a serious boost and investing in your financial future, you may want to look to start getting in the game. Just find that great opportunity and go for it, and really put your money wisely into it, or something like Fundrise, as we spoke. Either way, I believe real estate will always be a sound investment for your future. Now, my third idea is investing in precious metals / cryptocurrency. Now, this is kind of a mixed bag, and certainly the crypto one is newer to the market and it's got some skepticism behind it. But let me explain why I'm talking about. Many years ago, our currency was backed by precious metals. Before 1971, all of our currency was backed by, on a dollar bill, it said gold or silver certificate. And we've talked about that in a previous video. So basically, our dollars had something behind it. It wasn't just paper. And then after 1971, when Congress changed this, now paper can be literally just printed at a will, and our government can make as much as it wants up, and there's nothing behind that. As you think about how our government is providing stimulus to our economy right now, it's because they're printing money to help. It doesn't actually have physical backing. Now, while gold and silver are not being backed on our U.S. currency, they will always have value. I mean, just look, gold today is pushing near $1,800 an ounce. And things like precious metals have always been the currency of even the olden days, centuries back, and will continue so. Now, prices may fluctuate just like anything else, but they do have value. And that's why precious metals can be honestly used as a hedge against other investments. And that is why it may be a good option for you to have a little bit in your bucket. Now, if you're not interested in actually owning physical metal, like literally a gold bar, you can go on the stock market and trade in funds that are specifically in metals or maybe just gold specific. So you do have options of either carrying the physical item or owning it through a different fund that's out there. Now I want to speak a little bit about cryptocurrency, and the one that most of us are heard about is Bitcoin. Now there are many other cryptocurrencies that are coming out on the market, but one thing to remember is that cryptocurrencies are not regulated by our government, and so they operate on their own and can fluctuate wildly. While Bitcoin is trading around $7,000 a Bitcoin from its all-time highs of $20,000 back in 2017, you really don't know how cryptocurrency is going to fluctuate out. There's a lot of people and skeptics who believe that this whole thing will end up falling apart, while others believe heavily in it and believe it is literally the citizens' currency. While I have no idea if Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies will continue to rise over time, and you have a bit of a higher risk tolerance, you may want to sprinkle in a little bit of money to have some investment there. It could have some potential upside that is well beyond what we can imagine, but it also can fall apart. And that's why you may want to have a little bit of part of this portfolio and invest in it. Once again, this is a little bit more speculative, but it could have massive returns for your financial future. Now, my fourth idea is really starting a business or investing in one. Yes, we're all stuck in our homes, but this might be the best time to really start thinking about, are there things that you've always wanted to take on and get started? I truly believe that once we get past this crisis, the economy will absolutely boom again. And that hopefully is spurred not by big business, but by small businesses around the country. And maybe this is an opportunity for you to get in the game. While a lot of the economy is moving online, now might be a greater time to get started because the barrier to entry is low. A lot of times the best small businesses start for only a few $100s, and that's all it takes. Think about where your passions are. And maybe you've always wanted to do this, and now is the time because you're in this home and you have time to plan for it. Is there a service or a product that you've always wanted to get out there that you know the consumer wants? You think about online sites like Shopify, who are making it easy for people like us to actually put products out on the website and get out there on a cheap basis because it's bringing manufacturing to your homes. Remember, investing in a business goes well beyond the wealth potential. Yes, that is a nice side effect, and I hope your business explodes, but also it gives you a way of life, and frankly, maybe gets you away from the grind of doing the normal 9-to-5 job. So if this is what you're looking for, and looking for a higher quality of life, then maybe starting a business will fuel your passion and do something that you've always wanted to do and really get you on a path that you will be happy in your own life and give you financial freedom. Now, my fifth thing is really investing in ourselves. Remember, investing for wealth and prosperity are great, but in times like this, when we're in our homes, we should be really focusing on the things that matter at most. And that means that the learning process should never end, because we never know what will come around our corners, and really opportunity would come knocking when you least expect it. So investing in ourselves means being prepared for that next thing and being able to answer those questions quickly so that you can make a great decision that hopefully will provide some financial means for you, but also just better your life in general. While at home, I am reading more than ever, and I'm trying to pick up ideas and things that I have interest in and really trying to find out as much information as possible because I want to be prepared. As I think about it, I'm trying to get my first rental home. I'm doing reading and research to make sure I am as prepared as possible so that if that deal does go through, then I'm ready for it, because you don't know when opportunity is going to come knocking. Frankly, while I've given you a bunch of ideas to invest in, none of them will be as rewarding as investing in yourself. As you keep learning and opening yourself up to new ideas, you'll be amazed by the potential that comes out and opportunities come around your corner. So if you can invest in one thing, do it in yourself. Keep reading, keep learning, and maximize your absolute potential. So in closing, just remember that I'm not an investment advisor and that these ideas are strictly my own. Go out there and research and find areas that you want to invest in. And frankly, you need to diversify. Get involved in many different things, because then all your eggs are not in one basket. I want your financial freedom to grow and prosper. And that usually means being involved in a couple of different things so that when the markets do change, you're not hit the most. In Life, Mind, and Money, we focus on life. As we just spoke about, keep investing, and more importantly in yourself. You have all the potential in the world, and I want to see you make the most of it. So even in shaky times like today, use this as an opportunity to grow and read and learn, and you'll never imagine what will come next. So just be prepared, because certainly opportunity will be coming. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already done so, please smash that like button. It certainly helps this channel a ton against the YouTube algorithm. Also, leave your comments below, as I want to hear from you. What ideas do you have? Are there investment ideas that we haven't even talked about that you would seriously consider? I'd love to hear from you. And lastly, hit that subscribe button below, as it certainly helps this channel grow as we provide more information to you through these troubling times and hopefully get you through and onto prosperity. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.